Hello, I am Sister Babeushka,
I, Sister Alaska Lots.
and this is Utter Nunsense,
This is the show where we pour a lovely hot cup of tea.
and we utter whatever devious nonsense pops into our heads.
And we release a brand new episode once a month, every month on the first of the month, along with lots of amazing, fun, short little videos every week in between.
Oh yeah, dancing in the radiation. Ooh.
Whee!
So, Alaska, I hear we've been fishing around Reddit again.
Indeed, we have. And as we were trolling Reddit, we discovered some accidental allies.
Oh, you mean people that are meaning to put down the LGBTQ plus community sometimes fuck up and actually seem to support us?
I think we need to see some examples. Looks like a wonderful family portrait, a queer family portrait with 2 fathers and 2 young boys, which is absolutely fabulous until you realize that this is actually a Soviet-Chinese solidarity propaganda poster.
Those were the days for Babeushka.
It's not meant to be a queer family, but I tell you what, they look very happy together.
Back then, we didn't care about queer families. We left them to it, as shown by this poster. We didn't care about where you came from, which was why we were happy for our Russian men to mate with their Chinese men counterparts, all for the glory of communism.
Actually, now that you mention it, it is a mixed race family as well. This is a really diverse family picture.
Oh, Babeushka does weep for the days where we were more tolerant in both Russia and China.
Just look at how they have their arms around each other and around the children. It's all very cute. So cute.
I mean, to be fair, there's only 3 hands accounted for between those 2 men.
Oh,
Daddy's getting lucky tonight.
that's my kind of portrait.
Stalin would be proud. Next, we have a bumper sticker. Or, I mean, it's not really a bumper sticker, is it? It's more of a window sticker. There is a vehicle, it has a sticker on it. And on the sticker, it says the following. I gave my heart to God and my ass to Biden.
Well, at least they're proud of it.
I thought Biden needed the votes. I keep hearing about giving him the votes. I didn't realise that voting entailed giving your ass away as well.
We don't all need to know that you're a bottom. Thanks.
Gave their ass to Biden. He's married. I wonder if Jill knows.
I find it interesting that we've compared giving the heart and giving the ass, because the traditional heart symbol is inspired by the shape of buttocks as they appear from behind. Well, it's actually just giving your heart in 2 different ways.
One is for the soul, one is for the whole.
Well, I think that we should return to Twitter. And our next tweet has someone very confidently proclaiming marriage equals 1 man and 1 man. Enough of these activist judges. Favorite, if you agree. I know the silent majority out there is with us. That is one heck of a Twitter typo.
I think it's even better that it's flagged up as Dan Patrick that's had the typo, because apparently they're a Christianist Texan Republican senator. So the most surprising person of all to support that marriage equals 1 man plus 1 man.
There's only marriage for men. Nobody else gets the marriage. No.
It wouldn't be a Republican unless they were trying to exclude some faction of society.
Sorry, everybody else. You only get marriage if you're a man.
God bless Dan Patrick standing up for queer marriage.
That's got to be the most accidental ally that has ever allied.
I wonder how furious he was with himself that night. Well, now we're going to go to Tumblr, where we have a lovely post. Gender identity is a religion in which each person worships themselves, or rather, their fantasy of themselves. They are their own god and thus can create themselves in their own image. They can manipulate their reality and others' perception of them. To which, underneath, there are some comments, one saying, "Christ, this is so fucking cool!" And another person going, "I haven't been able to stop thinking about this. There's so much going on here. I genuinely love the conception of gender as mystic autodeism. Gender is divine microcosm. Gender is great work. It's Gnostic. It's alchemical. It's got notes of bacchanalian worship of the body and the inherent magic of self-discovery. This, but unironically,
recognizing the divine within ourselves and the power that we have over our own destinies sounds actually very enticing. I love it.
But do you know what I also love? The fact that after we've highlighted that each person can create their own gender and their own mystic alliance from it, the original poster sticks to they, them pronouns. So they make sure they're not judging anyone's gender and they're trying to be as inclusive as possible.
Gender affirming.
The power of gender. I compel you.
Well, our next meme is on very similar lines, I feel. We are, of course, going back to Twitter. And this one says, your daily reminder that there's no such thing as gender. There are two sexes, zero genders, and infinite personalities.
Well, we've just smashed the gender binary right there, haven't we?
Indeed we have. I love they recognise that there are infinite possibilities.
If we no longer have to refer to genders, so be it then. Magical deity from Twitter. It's an Instagram post, or rather comments from an Instagram thread. So somebody has clearly put, "This is Jesus's flag, not deluded men and women." To which somebody underneath has correctly pointed out, Jesus gay confirmed.
Hooray! Another coming out. Congratulations.
Jesus was a trailblazer of poly-queer relationships.
He did keep the company of rather a lot of men who were quite close to him, didn't he? Jesus was ahead of his time. Our next one is from one of our favorite people, J.K. Rowling. This one is a picture of a quote that's displayed on a wall. And the quote from J.K. Rowling says, "It matters not what someone is born, but what they grow to be." Which in hindsight is fucking hilarious, right? Because yes, trans people, doesn't matter what they're born, what matters is what they grow to be.
Interesting that. Isn't it funny how some people grow up to become, what is it? Oh yeah, Nazi sympathizers and deny Nazi war crimes.
I don't understand. Someone has written a book about someone who's hidden in the closet, struggles to come out, become their true self, and being rejected by your family, and potions that can transform you and change you to a different gender. It doesn't matter what you're born as, it's who you become, and still being anti-trans.
What are you talking about, Alaska? That's clearly the analogy for cis-het straight people.
Where's the logic?
It really is funny that that quote came from such a despicable fucker of a person.
It's almost like she stole all of her ideas from someone else and none of them are what she truly thought up or believed. And that's why she's so fundamentally opposed to like things she wrote herself. Just saying.
Well, I don't know, because I imagine deep down inside she still probably goes with the whole anti-Semitic stuff and the fat-shaming stuff and all the other horrible stuff she put in there, because J.K. Rowling is a spiteful, hateful, pathetic woman.
Do good in the world. There's no point in wasting your energy being hateful.
I mean, denying Nazi war crimes. Literally the bar cannot get much fucking lower.
Clearly, we're fans, as you can tell.
Give up the Harry Potter shit. It's not well written. It's by a hateful little person.
Fanfiction's the way to go.
Dumbledore and Grindelwald got stoned together. And we all know what happens when two men get stoned together.
Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stones.
Anyway, angry rant over. Next, we have a comment from somebody full of intelligence, no doubt. It isn't right for any man to go to a women bathroom, trans or not.
Like, yes, again, trans men should go to the men's bathroom. Yes, absolutely. And trans women should go to the women's bathroom if this is where people want to go. Yep, cool.
8.7 thousand people also agree with a thumbs up.
I never even noticed how many people liked it.
Also, this person needs to grammar check before they post because it's not the best written.
Really? Or you expected it to be eloquent and intelligent?
Well, I mean, they're making a valid point, so I thought they could at least make sure it was said in an effective way.
Next meme! This seems to come from a right-wing comic called Wokely Correct, and it has two comic panels. One of them has someone wearing a Parents' Rights Matter t-shirt, holding up a sign saying, "Leave the kids alone," and a queer teacher in their classroom saying, "No one's going after the kids." And then in the second panel, the people holding the sign, they hold up a new sign that says, "Okay, then ban child transitioning." And the teacher says, "Leave the kids alone."
It just perfectly sums up the cognitive dissonance of these parents' rights matter people in the fact that they don't want other people to go after their kids, but then they will almost actively attack other kids, if not their own kids.
Like, I know the comic is trying to say that talking about trans rights for children is targeting children. But what the comic actually shows is that the right wing people said, "Oh, no one's targeting the kids. Oh, we'd better do that then." And then they target the kids. Leave them alone. Just let the kids be who they are. It's fine.
It's almost as if bodily autonomy exists and the kids will know themselves better than the parents will.
Yeah, I feel like there are people who treat their children like things they own, and you don't own another person. Like, the child may need your care because they're a child and you have to help guide them and provide for them, but you don't own them. They are their own person. Thank you very much. I've just noticed what's on the chalkboard. Lesson bonus hole.
Well, I would say maybe that's not the terminology to be using in the classroom with the kids.
I don't think people understand what's actually being taught to kids. When we talk about things like gender, relationships, consent, these are key things that children should be taught. Things like, if somebody touches you there, say no and tell a trusted adult, because that should not happen.
I would agree.
But if you don't teach kids these things, they are more likely to get harmed by bad people. I don't know why you think that teaching things like gender and consent and relationships involves things that are really explicit, like bonus holes. No, I think the parents need to go to the classroom too. They need to be taught. They don't know.
It does seem to be that thing where parents' fears just come from their own stigma and perception rather than any basis of knowledge. And if they actually took the time to learn, or even just listen to their kids, they would actually find that really beneficial and maybe just calm the hell down. And with that, we will leave these kids alone and move on to the next meme.
I think this may be the last one of the day.
Oh, here we go.
Oh no, there is one more. I take it back. That was such a lie.
You tease, Alaska. We have a Facebook post that says, "These women want to live life like a man and still expect a husband. Sorry, ma'am, but people who act like men end up with wives."
Lesbianism approved.
I think they maybe misunderstood what they were saying when they posted this.
Men sometimes don't realise how much they're not appealing to women. I don't think you're putting anyone off here. They end up with wives. Wives are probably very lovely.
They can expect a husband or they can expect a wife. They can pick whatever. They can pick somebody that doesn't conform to either wife or husband.
What is live life like a man? Is it like you have a job and you have your own bank account and like you get your own car? Like, what? Why is that wrong?
It's clearly you walk into a room and give your opinion and over-explain things to people, and then you walk out without listening to anyone else. That's what living like a man is like, clearly.
Having the confidence of a mediocre man.
Hey, love yourself like a cis-het man loves himself.
That's the least that women deserve, you know.
Want to live life like a man. What does that even mean these days? Come on.
On to the final meme of the day. And this one has a couple of these lovely ladies that we've just been talking about in their bikinis on a boat, having a great time, holding up a flag that really defines what they hold dear in life. LGBT, Lady Liberty, a gun, beer, and tits. This is the very definition of accidental ally.
I mean, queer people might really love liberty, beer, guns, and tits. I mean, it could totally be part of the alphabet mafia's preferences.
If they're after tits, I feel like the LGBT bit actually makes sense anyway.
Clearly, somebody did not research acronyms before they made their custom flag.
Yes, you proudly display your LGBT flag. Good on you.
The other flag they have has a skull in it.
Well, notice that they've gone for black and white rather than rainbows. So clearly, this is goth LGBT representation.
LGBT. You know, all these years I thought it meant something else, but clearly I have been wrong.
Well, I think you'll agree that each and every one of those was, in fact, an accidental ally. My hope is that maybe, just maybe, some of them might have realized they don't really understand what they're talking about. And maybe they might actually take the time to try and educate themselves a little bit more and maybe become a little bit more tolerant. Who knows?
I'm hoping also that maybe some of them learned a lesson out of their allyship, whether that was to be more tolerant or to properly read over their work before submitting it online where it will be permanent forever.
I've really enjoyed this one. I think we'll be coming back to this one at some point in the future.
You really do wonder if they feel embarrassed or they just think, oh, you know what, actually, yeah, I did mean it to be a positive thing for people. Be better, people. Be proper allies. Don't be accidental allies.
I just love that rainbow washing. Yes.
Right, well, on that note, do feel free to check out other things that we do. You can always check us out online on other social media platforms at the House of Nunsense. We do get up to other things when we're not just sitting behind a camera. And if you really like the show, you could maybe even donate to our Ko-fi. That would be quite nice. Keep the lights running on this abandoned Ferris wheel.
Well then, Babeushka, I think we have done the thing.
We've done the thing.
We've done the thing. We've done the thing. We've done the thing. We've done the thing. We've done the thing.